Welcome to the ethics section of the annual filing season program education series. My name is Roman Basie. I'm the president for the Center for Financial, Legal, and Tax Planning. I'm an attorney as well as a CPA. As you know, as you've possibly taken for many years, the program requires 2 hours of ethics, and each year for those ethics, we go over IRS Circular 230. It's a good idea as we go through the circular and we go through all of the parts of the parameters that guide you as a practitioner for your ethics requirements, that you have a copy of the Circular 230 in front of you. It's very easy to print it off of the IRS website. Google the Circular 230, you'll find it. One of the most interesting things you'll note now that we sit here preparing for the 2019 tax returns and the 2020 filing season is that the date on the Circular 230 still reads June 2014. It's not been updated since then. We are anticipating an update to it here in the near future now that some of the new tax laws have revised the structure of the IRS and the examiners and what everyone is doing. So we are anticipating a revision to the Circular 230. But it's just important to point out that it's getting outdated, and we're starting to see some new things happen within our ethics areas that don't relate necessarily to the language in the Circular 230. So I want to point that out as we get started today. And of course, as I've said before in years past as well, if we say the words, or if you see the words in the Circular 230 that say registered tax return preparer, as some of you know, that language is no longer valid, but yet it still is contained in the Circular 230. We no longer have that registration requirement, and we'll go into that today as we go through the sections of the 230 in the ethics section. And as I said, and there's my credentials, I'm president of the Center for Financial, Legal, and Tax Planning. I'm an attorney, CPA, real estate broker, title insurance agent, and there's my email as well. Every year we get flooded with questions, some ethics, some tax returns, some new tax law updates, whatever it may be. We welcome your questions and we'll try to get you answers as quickly as possible. Typically it's my staff that answers them, and I want everyone to know that today, that if you do send in questions, typically that's who's going to respond for you. So let's take a look at, again, some of the clarification, and I've already kind of highlighted these things. But the circular was last revised in 2014. As we said, it uses the term registered tax return preparer. There was a federal case, you're going to see that here in just a few moments, that changed the rules regarding what you're required to do. And there's a reason why we want to go through the ethics section based upon that federal case and based upon the elimination of the registration requirement. It upped the requirements for you when dealing with your clients. It upped the enforcement of the IRS, of tax return preparers across the United States. It severely strengthens the requirements in the Circular 230 because that's how they are, that's how they're looking at what we're doing. That's how they're penalizing us. That's how they're scrutinizing our work. They're enforcing the ethics in the 230 because they couldn't with the registration under the federal case. And as I said before, it's now referred to by the IRS as the AFSP, the Annual Filing Season Program Record of Completion Holder. And we use the term Federal Tax Return Preparer for reference, as we have in the past as well.